let's see what the f***ing YouTube troll sent me today.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie2988 coming at you live again through the power of the internet.
And a tire is missing. So, the funny thing is they left their jack. So Phil's day off was yesterday, okay? And basically yesterday was a very crazy day. And what I mean is we had a ton of stuff that we needed to do. We didn't know how much of what we had lined up to do we were going to be able to do because we didn't know how long various things we had to do during the day were going to take. And we were running around a lot of that day. I got a haircut, right? So obviously that's makes sense. And that was nice. I figured for the fall season now, air conditioner's out. Want to have better hair so that way it can help me cool down on a hotter day like today. Like today, I know it's going to be hotter in here. So it'll be nice to have a nice fresh haircut starting with this busier autumn gaming season. So I did that. Basically all the usual errands. You know, things you don't really care about. You know, grocery shopping, pet supplies, stuff like that. And, you know, this time around I was a little annoyed. I'll be honest. All right? Because the paparazzi was following me around. There was like speeding cars behind me as I drove around my normal day off. Oh, it was crazy. There was like a whole conga line of cars following me everywhere I went. Obviously, I'm just being facetious. During the day out, I had a chance to stop by a store that sells, you know, name brand clothes at a discount. And I ended up getting a few longer sleeve shirts for the fall. As you know, I recently have started changing my wardrobe for streams. You guys have said you're so tired of the gaming shirts that I've worn for over 10 years. Mix it up and dress differently. And I said, okay. So over the summer, I started alternating these nicer kind of summertime button-down shirts that are very cool and relaxing. And you guys liked them, right? So now I'm like, well, what should I do for the fall when it gets cooler? I said, well, maybe I should have some nice long-sleeve shirts and things like that that I could wear on stream, which is normal clothing that I would wear if I weren't on stream, actually. Found a few of them for very good prices. You know, I didn't spend more than, I think, $15 on a single piece of clothing that I got yesterday. And I got a few of them. I want to say I got like 3 shirts or something like that. I already have some. The thing is, you guys have literally never seen me wear them because I've always worn gaming shirts on stream. So when it gets cooler, it's not cool enough to do it yet, especially now with this, you know, sun and everything. It's still going to be hot. But give it a few weeks to a month. Once we get into the full fall weather and the winter time as well, and it's colder, I will be able to wear those on stream, and it'll look a little different. You know, it won't have the short sleeve summertime look anymore. It'll be more of a fall look. And I'm excited for that to become comfy. You know, you get nice comfy clothes, and they kind of sit around. I actually told you guys that right before I moved out here, because I used to live in Connecticut, and I moved out here in 2014, I had actually bought a bunch of clothes because in Connecticut it was very cold, much colder than it is here. And basically I bought a bunch of clothes and I moved out here and I was like, I don't really have need for these. When I'm on stream I wear t-shirts, you know, so I basically kind of had them just kind of sitting around. So I have some clothing that I can actually wear on streams that should look nice. Yes, Cracker Jacks, I know. He says, oh, I see a lot of new sock accounts here in the chat today. Yes, and it's the same person. Just so everyone knows, I guess I should cover this quickly before we finish the first day off. Recently, in the last couple of months, there's one person who's a really unhinged weirdo who literally is making dozens and dozens of sock accounts, and they even talk to themselves on those sock accounts to pretend like it's different people, to make people think it's real people, and it's not. And then they sit here and they do stupid stuff. They even have come in and in some cases gifted memberships to each other. They've contributed to the channel to make it look legit, and then people come to me behind the scenes and are like, yeah, so here's all the evidence from Discord that it's the same person. They sit there talking on Discord about it and everything. And I'm like, how much of a loser could you be? You have nothing to do. I was trying to think about this, all right? I really want you to think about this. I am a small-time content creator and streamer, correct? Think about it. I don't make controversy. There's nothing really going on in my content besides people who like my content like to see me cover video games and hang out with me once a day for a podcast. That's it. I don't get embroiled in any kind of drama or nonsense at all. If you want to talk about people who are constantly like embroiled in that stuff. You always got to talk about the Wings of Redemptions or the Boogies or the LTGs, right? You say that I'm the same group as them, but in reality, when you compare apples to apples, it's very different. Everything around here is calm until someone tries to pull me into the drama. Also, I'm a small-time guy, right? I'm not a giant streamer. I don't have a big audience. I know that, and I'm okay with that. You understand? Why on earth someone would come to this stream and think that it's worth their time to sit here with dozens of sock accounts, pretend to be different people, catfishing essentially, to waste everyone's time just to be found out and get banned? Like, I just don't get it. We had to do weird food stuff. Like, normally we wouldn't, but we actually ordered in a breakfast yesterday, okay, which we usually wouldn't do. But we did that because we were like, okay, let's order in a breakfast because we need to eat quick so we can get ready to go and not be late for our first appointment. We can't grab food while we're out because, number one, it'll be too late, and number two, we don't know how much time we would have. We can't sit down anywhere. Let's just order something in. So we had actually ordered a breakfast, and it's from a local place that we really like, but we have noticed in the last couple of years the place can be very hit or miss. And what I mean by that is sometimes this place is absolutely outstanding. Super good food, great quality, and then other times they screw it all up. And sadly yesterday was one of those days. We ordered the food, it took over an hour to get it, and it was their fault. They were taking forever to make the food. But for example, let's say you're ordering a breakfast combo. And you're like, okay, well, normally what we would do is we would do a substitute. Because one of the breakfast combos comes with, say, sausage, and we don't want the sausage. So we would put a note and say, hey, if possible, could you just give us like an egg in here instead of the sausage? Because we really don't feel like the sausage. So they didn't read any of our notes whatsoever. They disregarded all of them as if we had never written them. And then in addition to that, they didn't give us half the stuff that goes with the food. So if you're getting a breakfast combo and it's supposed to come with like a kind of jelly or jam, and it's supposed to come with some kind of a condiment to go with it, they gave us nothing, right? So my wife really likes ordering breakfast crepes from this place. We order breakfast crepes, they gave us absolutely nothing to go with it. So it was just plain crepes. Plain. Do you know what plain crepes taste like? They're not great. You need to have something with the crepe to make it taste better. And that was the point. It was supposed to come with a bunch of stuff. It came with nothing. They ripped us off, basically. Say my food, I ordered a breakfast combo. And again, we've ordered from this place before. This place, it was so greasy. And it was just eggs over easy, like a couple pieces of bacon, and some breakfast potatoes. And the whole thing was just like dripping with grease. I was like, dude, I've never seen it this bad before. It was really disgusting. So we didn't even eat that much. To be honest, like, we didn't even eat that much for breakfast. We kind of each ate a little bit of each of our breakfasts, and we were very disappointed with it. I'm like, well, that sucks. What can you do? We were in a rush to get food. The food shows up late, and then it's not even good. So we get home, and of course, Jasper's like, where have you been? You've been out so long today. You're never out that long. And he's right. It's a little out of the ordinary. So he came home. We're like, well, what are we going to do? I mean, we could have tried to eat out at like 9 p.m., but at that point, it's so late, and a lot of places are closing, and also if there are people out, might be busy. You're like, yeah. So we came home, and of all things, okay, guess what we had for dinner yesterday? You'd never guess, all right? Burger King. Yes, that's right. We had Burger King for dinner yesterday. And I will say this, all right? Burger King is not bad if you can get it from a decent location, much like any of these franchise fast food places. We have been to absolutely atrociously bad Burger Kings. The one that we went to 2 years ago that gave us the infamously bad chicken sandwich that was inedible. Yeah, it's kind of, it's infamous. But if you can go to a good one or order from a good one, it's actually not that bad. And what we ended up finding out, because we came home, we were really hungry. I was like, oh, so let's do that. So we just ordered that, and it ended up, we got Whoppers, cheeseburgers, fries, and an onion rings showed up. I'm like, okay. And I haven't had Burger King onion rings in a while, and I'll be honest, they used to be much better, but they weren't that bad. I like them better than Burger King fries. And we each had like a Whopper, which is good. The Whopper is still the consistently good burger at Burger King. It's still a giant meat patty. It's still got the flame broiled taste. It's got the condiments. It's got the everything you want on there, I was not disappointed. Even though, obviously, on our day off, typically we would eat out at a restaurant or order in somewhere nice, being that it was such an insane day. So, there you go.